Today on the Unbuttoned CEO podcast, we're deep diving into a topic that every CEO, leader, and human needs to master: connection, confidence, and owning your pleasure. Joining us is the one and only Dr. Tara, sex and relationship expert, media powerhouse, and unapologetic voice for sexual empowerment, with features on KTLA, CBS, Fox, Cosmopolitan, Forbes, and more, and massive online community of over 2.3 million followers. It's no wonder Paper Magazine crowned her the internet's resident sexpert. She's the go-to expert of the UK's hit show Celebs Go Dating, and now she's turning up the heat with her brand new book, How Do You Like It? A Guide for Getting What You Want in Bed, and her upcoming sexual wellness line, Drip. Here she is, Dr. Tara.
Hello, hello. How are you doing? Are you having an orgasmic day?
Of course, always.
Always orgasmic. Is that how you
Yes.
approach everybody on the streets?
Yes. Are you having an orgasmic day? Are you? Did you masturbate today, sir?
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here. I know our listeners are absolutely going to love this episode. So, my question for you, Dr. Tara, is when did you know you wanted to study this topic? How old were you? Were you curious about it? And not just study it, I mean, you have a PhD.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been someone that was curious about sex. I grew up in a very sexually conservative environment, so I never had the confidence or even the autonomy or agency to dig deeper or ask more questions. So it's inherent within me to be interested in it, but at the same time, I also had a quite a big discovery in my academic career, particularly like in my master's, when I came over or sort of saw this paper that said that there is one issue that everybody in the world will experience at some point in their lives, and doesn't matter their socioeconomic status, their racial background, their life experiences, their religion, they'll all experience this one issue, and it's a sex issue. So,
Yeah.
I
So
thought about it and I'm like, oh yeah, like of course, like even I have had quite a few different sex issues, right? Like the first time I had sex, like that was, I had a bunch of different questions and, didn't feel confident, quite anxious. So it's so true that it's a big universal problem that's not being talked about that much. And I just want it to be contributing to a solution to such a big problem.
yeah.
Wow. And you said your family, was not very open about communicating and talking about sex. So, how did your family react to you and with your business now? Or do they fully support you, or how does that work out?
I think my dad still tells his friends that I'm a professor of social sciences. It's not wrong. It is a social
Yeah.
science, but
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more penetrative.
Yeah.
But my mom, I
Yeah.
I gifted her first vibrator.
You did?
Oh,
Yeah,
good
in her
job.
60s. Yeah, in her
Oh my
60s, I
gosh.
gifted her first
Poor
vibrator.
thing.
I know, but that's what happens in Thailand. Like
Yeah.
it is not common. And so
Yeah.
sometimes when she comes visit in the US, we'll like make content together. Like our newest piece of
Oh.
content was like, I say things like, sex positivity is fun, right, mom? And then she goes, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
It's really
I love
sweet.
it.
Yeah. She barely speaks English, so I don't know if she understood what I was saying, but she was down to contribute to my content. She
Yeah.
knows what I do, and she's proud of it. She has overcome her own limitations about what it is.
Yeah.
Good. And is that your ultimate goal that you want to see with clients and people that you work with and couples? Is that the ultimate thing you're trying to achieve with them?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why I'm here and why I exist and my purpose in this life is to help people feel more comfortable in their own skin and feel more comfortable with their sexuality and are not afraid to communicate it. Ultimately, to help people like unshame themselves out of sexual
Yeah.
shame, and then living a more passionate and fulfilling life, because it's fun when your life is more passionate and fulfilling, and you can experience pleasure um at its full potential.
Yeah. I feel like to me, after reading your bio too, you are like the real life Carrie Bradshaw.
You
Yeah,
are.
everybody says that. Everybody says
Yeah.
she's the Asian Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
You
right
have your sex column
for Women's
and
Health
for Women's
magazine.
Health magazine. That's so amazing. How did you get like really start getting recognized with all of this?
Yeah, so in terms of business, like I've always been, so my undergraduate degree was in business, and my
Okay.
family has always taught me like business values. So when I first started this business, my thought was, in order to expand, in order to become more influential, I need to invest into my business, and the first thing to invest is personnel. Is to hire
Okay.
people and to build your team. And the first person I hired was actually my publicist. And
Okay.
this is a really interesting story, and I think other people might find it interesting,
Connect.
because nowadays there's a lot of people cold emailing you, right? Either like
Yeah.
cold email or cold send you a message on LinkedIn. um and now I sort of glaze over them quickly, or my team does. But
Yeah.
back then, when I started my own practice, so I started my private practice, my podcast, and my social media all together at the same time,
Okay.
because I
Okay.
figured, like,
Wow.
the podcast is long form and it's more educational. The social media will then funnel people into the podcast and then funnel people into my practice. So there's a whole system. But
Yeah.
I started by myself, and it was just me for a while. And this girl, I mean, I would call her girl, she was in her 20s back then. This girl reached out to me, just cold email, and was like, hey, like, I saw your social media, like, I really like what you're doing. And at the time, I didn't have, like, that as many followers that I do now. But she was like, I really like what you're doing. I want to support your work, and I'm passionate about this topic as well. Would you like to work together as me as your publicist? And at the time, I mean, I'm a professor, right? Like, that's my trait. It's like, I'm a professor. I never even thought about having a publicist. Like, what does that mean? I only know Samantha Jones, right? Because Samantha Jones is a publicist. I'm like, am I gonna get like a naked ad for vodka? Like, how she got it for her boyfriend?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like, like, do I need a publicist? Like, because
Yeah.
I've been in my job for a while at that point. So I
Right.
did
Yeah.
have a few media hits here and there, right? Like
Yeah.
like Huffington Post or Forbes, when they want me to comment on some sort of social phenomenon that's going on, but
Right.
in no way like as comparable to like all the media that I get now. So I
Yeah.
just thought, like, you know what? Why not? She took the initiative, and
Yeah.
she sounds very serious about what she does, and she sounds like a go-getter. So I'm like, yeah, let's try a trial. Like, let's try 3 months.
Yeah.
And she just killed it. Like, I got like a ton of press hits, and
Oh
still
my
do now, like,
Wow.
after
Right.
years of working together. So yeah, that was like my first investment that really paid off.
Yeah. That's so incredible. And then so now did she get you into writing the article for Women's Health magazine?
So that's my UK publicist. So when I got the
Okay.
opportunity to be on the reality show Celebs Go Dating, and this is
Yes.
my third season now. So I've been doing
Wow.
it multiple seasons.
So
Um
cool.
when I got the TV show in the UK and I started spending a lot of time there, I figured, like, there's a whole media landscape in the UK that my American publicist doesn't have access to.
Okay.
So I was able to also get a publicist there, and my publicist was able to secure the column.
Okay.
And
That's
you're so successful, and so everyone needs to check out the TV show as well. That's so
yeah.
Yeah.
that's so fun. And
Yeah.
so one of my questions for you, which you kind of answered earlier, was you started your practice. Did you, and you have that business savvy background that your family taught you. Was it planned that you wanted to launch Love Bites? And I know you said you launched the podcast, the social media, and kind of your brand all at the same time, but was that your ultimate goal when you first started studying, or was kind of just doing your clients the primary focus and this all came organically from
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah, it was organic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my background is an academic. So after
Right.
finishing my
Okay.
PhD, I got my dream job as a tenure track professor at Cal State University, Fullerton. And there is where I teach sexual communication and really kind of becoming a certified sexologist. And I had been at Cal State Fullerton for 5 years and was able to earn early tenure, which is sort of um the youngest person in my school to
Right.
earn
Huge.
tenure as a
Yeah.
professor.
Yeah.
So at the
That's
time, I was
incredible.
just like, okay, this is the pinnacle of a professor job, right? Like, I love my job and I love my students, and I still have my job, but at
Yeah.
the same time, okay, I'm here. There's a ceiling in academic career. Like, I'm
Right.
here, I'm tenured. What's next?
Yeah.
And that's where, my students were like, Dr. Tara, you're really funny, you should have social media. And at the time, I didn't have social media.
Wow.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, this was 5 years ago. I did not have social media, and I'm a late millennial, so
Yeah.
not did not grow up with social media, and
No.
Right.
did not think that I would be able to do it. But they're like, yeah, just say things the way you say it in class, and just like put it out there. And I just thought, yeah, maybe I'll try. So when I first started trying, and here's the crazy part: when I first started trying, I didn't want to show my face.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to show
And
my
you're
face.
so
I wanted to
beautiful.
be, oh, thank you. I
It's
wanted to
hard
be
to get in
good.
front of a camera though.
Yeah, it,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I just didn't. I had a limiting belief that people that do social media are like these influencers, and they're not going to be taken seriously. And I have an academic position, and I
Yeah.
need to be serious, and all of those things. They are limiting beliefs. And
Yeah.
when I finally overcame that limiting belief, that like m- everyone in my life tells me, how enjoyable it is to chat with me about sex and to ask me questions about sex, and how I talk to them in person, and how I share information, and how we all laugh together. Everyone, like my partner, all my friends, like people that are at networking events, like everyone. So at that point, I just thought, like, I should really just be myself and just say fuck it and show my face and just be myself, be authentic.
Yeah.
So that was
Be
also at the
authentic.
same
Mhm.
time I hired a social media manager, because I can't be like
Yeah.
filming, editing, and posting by myself, and my full-time job and
It's a lot of
research and
work.
private practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hired a social media person, and that's also one of the best investments ever. Because
Okay.
together, like, he and I grew to this point. Like, we still work together. And you know what? He was actually my student in class.
No way. I
I
love
love
that.
that. That's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
So my social media person was my student in class, and now my operations manager was my student in class. But here's the difference. Being a professor is really good at vetting job candidates, because here's the difference. My student, who's a social media manager, he was a C student, submitting things late, but was always like life of the party in class, and so creative. And every time he talks, like, people love listening, right? And just has a lot of creative like outlets of creativity. Um,
Yeah.
so I knew that he would be good in that position, like being social media, following trends, and doing fun things with me. My operations manager was an A student who knew how to follow instructions strictly and knows how
Yeah.
to deliver on time. And
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you need
yeah,
for operations.
Yeah,
yeah, and
for
she's
sure.
amazing. She's still like, we're still together, and I'm hoping that, obviously, as my business grow, that I would then um give her a raise and give her a
She grows with
promotion
you.
to become like COO. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so
amazing.
that is amazing. So I want to pivot just a little bit because obviously you're a sex therapist and everybody knows you as that. Your social media now is definitely that. Do you ever feel pressure like with your husband to have like perfect sex all of the time?
um I used to, but my journey started with, me becoming a professor and thinking everything needed to be perfect, and I needed to
Yeah.
be
Mhm.
like this serious person, and I was married at the time with my first husband, and we did not have a passionate life.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a great life. Like we were
Yeah.
traveling all the time. We were, we had a great life, but we were missing sexual chemistry. And at the time, going through that difficulty and then going through a really hard divorce just changed me. Like that
Yeah.
Mhm.
divorce changed me completely. Like I am completely different person. If you talk to any of my friends from college or even prior to my divorce, like they will know I am a different person now. And I
Yeah.
say I say everything I want to say all the time. And I don't hold back, and that includes in the relationship. And
Mhm.
being authentic is so important to me now, especially after that divorce, that like with my current husband, like I make sure that we're okay. And that
Yeah.
like, I prioritize our pleasure. I focus a lot on him. Like I make sure that we have a really good connection. He takes care of me really well. So for me, it's hard to maintain a passionate relationship when you haven't had sexual chemistry from the first place. But with my
Yeah.
current partner, when we met, I mean, it was like fireworks. Like we've always had sexual chemistry, so it's easier to always to find a way to back to each other, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you talk about this a lot too, Dr. Tara, about communication. And I
Yeah,
think the two things that are the hot topic on our podcast that a lot of CEOs and successful people talk about is authenticity and good communication. And I think
yeah,
in any, you can apply that to anything in life, in business and relationships, and to sexual relationships or chemistry with people. It's all about that communication. Can you talk
yeah.
about why that's so important, having that open communication?
Yeah, I actually did a big study a few years ago, based on 5,000 participants. So we surveyed 5,000 people and ran statistical analyses, and we found that communication, particularly sexual communication or like talking about sex in your relationship, is the strongest predictor of long term sexual satisfaction in a relationship. So
Wow.
if you're not communicating yet, don't panic. You can always start. Like you can start anytime. But if you have been communicating, you'll know how important that part is. So
Yeah.
communication is really key. And when it
Yeah.
comes to sex, people often say like, yeah, but like sex is not about talking. Sex is about feeling and it's about the
Yeah.
Yeah.
physicality. Not really. Some people can come
Yeah.
just talking.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're so mentally stimulated and you feel strongly desired by someone, you can
Yeah.
almost feel like an orgasmic feeling in your body because you're so
Yeah.
turned on. Like you would get wet because, just by talking to someone, because they are so, like, they show that they desire you. And that's through communication. It's not just
Yeah.
through
Right.
like hugging and touching, especially in long term relationships, because physical touch can also feel different when you become parents. Because
Mhm.
you do physical touch with your children, so it might not feel as sexual.
Yeah.
So talking and remaining that, like, maintaining eroticism within your communication to each other is very, very important.
Yeah. Do you have any like one-on-one clients? Because like when I think of a sex therapist, I think of like someone coming in like a couple and being like, please help us. But I know that you're a professor and then you have, your TV and all the other stuff. Did you ever see clients? Was that ever something you wanted to do?
Yeah, I saw clients.
Okay.
So the first 3 years of my business, I saw a ton of clients. So just
Okay.
building my business. Now with the TV for the last couple of years, and like my book coming out and my product line, I only do retainer clients. So I have like a few retainer clients that I have helped a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just like an ongoing process, right? Like it's like, let's meet every month to like check in to see if everything's okay, and whatever they're trying to do, it's still okay. Like I have a couple that um started their relationship as monogamous, and then 10 years down the line they want it to become non-monogamous, but in a very contained,
Mhm.
safe, communicative,
Yeah.
honest manner. So I sort of like oversee that part and help them transition. And I mean, it's been like over a year now. And
That's
they're
amazing.
completely great, doing well. And then,
Yeah.
there's my client in New York that I've seen for years through like all the issues, like,
Yeah.
erectile dysfunction, sexual anxiety, and now like completely fine, but wanting to explore sex parties in New York. Like, so there are just clients that are like on my retainer that I see regularly. And if there is a special case, I can always make time, but I have a
Yeah.
wait list.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, and speaking of time and making time, wow, you have a book coming out.
Yeah.
So when did you have time to write this book?
Any free time I get, I sit down and write, and I'm just so
Okay.
inspired because it's a mix of everything that I am. It's a mix of research, but personal stories and client stories and success stories and sad stories and funny stories. It's just so fun to do. It's my creative
Yeah.
outlet, really. Because
Okay.
for me, seeing clients, I'm like wearing a certain hat. Teaching, I'm wearing a certain hat. Like, this is where I can just kind of be like feral. And I
Right.
tell a lot of sex stories, like all the things I've done, all the things that my friends have done. Like, it's a hilarious book.
That's amazing. Do you feel like, I mean, obviously being a therapist and a sex therapist, you do become like a therapist because it's got to be like the couples are coming in and saying, what all of their problems are, sex, and probably also, in their head. It's kind of like being a hairstylist.
Right.
It's kind of
Like
Yeah.
let's discuss,
yeah.
let's uncover what's really going on here. No.
Yeah. Well, no, but so I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm a
Yep.
certified
Okay.
sexologist. So
Okay.
my
Okay.
work focuses on the present and the future. So it focuses
Okay.
on, okay, what's
I
the
love that.
situation now, and just briefly, like, how do we get here? What's the situation now? And then what's the goal? And how do we
Yeah.
slowly get there together? What are
Yeah.
the like behavioral protocols that I'm gonna give you that you need to do in order to get to your goal? So it's
Yeah.
more like that. And if I feel like they have a lot of trauma, then I
Yeah.
refer it to my trauma
Okay.
Someone
specialist,
else.
like a
Yeah.
licensed therapist friend.
Yeah.
Or if they have potentially like depression or even bipolar, then I refer to my friend who's a psychiatrist. Um,
Yeah.
Right.
so I make sure that I only help clients that I know how to help, which is to achieve their sex goals.
Yeah.
And so this book that you're writing is more about your just fun personal side versus informational. Or are you going to have both of kind of information and just fun stories kind of mixed throughout your book?
It's mixed throughout. So there's a lot
Okay.
of research, like lots of research. It's just told in a funny way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Fun.
there's a lot of research about sex, about relationship, about love, about how to stay passionate, about how to turn yourself on. Um,
Yeah.
there's a whole chapter about sexual profile, sort of like your sex personality. You can take the quiz and like learn who you are. Like, are you the tigress? Are you the honey badger? Are you the like? It's really fun. It's like Myers
Yeah.
Briggs test, but sex.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
throughout the research findings, there are a lot of personal stories.
Yeah.
How fun. And you are so fun, Dr. Tara.
I
I'm
know.
glad
Thank
that your
you.
students pushed you to get
Yeah.
I
out there.
know. I know.
Yeah.
They really helped me. Like, my other student helped me start the podcast.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I really owe it to the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
Right.
No kidding.
I know we're
They're
millennials
like,
over
let's
here.
get you out there, lady. I know. And it seems so comfortable. Like when you go onto your social media and the stuff that you're talking about is hilarious.
Thank
But it's
you.
also like, I'm sure it makes people feel a lot like more normal and
Right.
safe kind of within their own skin and their own sexuality because you're so open with like
And passionate
some,
about it too.
yeah, exactly.
I love that you said that because that's literally what I'm trying to do, is to be a little bit more extra so that people can feel
Yeah.
normal in their
Yeah.
space. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like just gotta push it a little bit. Because if I'm
Yeah.
presenting quote unquote normal, then people might not
Yeah.
feel comfortable enough. But if I'm like ridiculous, then they're like, oh, then I'm fine. Like,
Yeah.
I masturbate 2 times a week, 3 times a week. I'm fine. This lady masturbates every day.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. And what's it like being on a reality TV show?
Oh, it's so much fun, and I
Yeah.
really love it. So I see that as my future. Like,
I was just gonna
Okay.
I
ask.
want, I have like two shows that I'm pitching right now to streamers and
Okay.
networks that I hope to get picked up soon and make more shows. Like I love TV, and I didn't know this until like having done it for a while. So this is my
Yeah.
third season for Celebs Go Dating, and I just love being in that element, working in a huge team, a big production, and just working together to create something that people can like watch and laugh and enjoy, but also learn something.
Yeah.
Do you get to be a part of that creative process, and you get to, do you feel like you truly get to be yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Good.
would say
Okay.
I'm myself, but maybe the way I deliver things is like 110% because
Right.
it's TV.
It's TV, because I love TV. That's one of my favorite pastimes, is watching
Yeah.
TV. I've always wanted to be on TV,
Yeah.
but it is in it's
You
like
should. Maybe
theater.
your salon.
Right? Let's do
I
it. I know
know.
we've actually talked about that,
Yeah.
because it's so funny. I was like, if we could, if I could just wear a mic and you could record the audio of everything that I say or that happens
And
in one
everyone
day,
else.
they'd be
Yeah.
like, what?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I bet. I bet. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what everyone does, right? They go trauma dumping at the salon.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing as your hairstylist.
Right, exactly. But how fun. So I'm really glad to hear that you're able to have fun with the show. That's awesome. And I hope
Yeah.
that I hope that we get to see you on your own show coming out soon.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. I'm manifesting that I sell it sometime this year.
Yeah. Are we going to see you on Bravo TV soon?
It should be.
She's like, I'm pitching everybody.
I'm pitching it, everybody. I mean, it would be good for Bravo. I mean, they might want to
Yeah.
change the name, but it's called Sixth Floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr.
Let's-
Tara, do you use the word manifesting? And I truly believe in manifesting and going for your goals and dreams. Are you always manifesting, reaching for the next thing, growing? It seems like you are, but
Yeah.
is that just who you are naturally?
Oh, I used to not be woo woo
Okay.
at all.
Right.
I used to be like, because I'm academically trained in a Western world which has a
Sure.
box,
Sure.
and you
Yeah.
follow like a template, right? Like when you go to school, you follow a template. It's not like, both of your own businesses, now you have to like get outside the box.
Right.
Yeah.
But for most people, you're in a box. And for me,
Yeah.
being Western trained is you're in a box. So
Yeah.
when I met my best friend and in college, and she was like, yeah, I love crystals and I do yoga and I like open my chakras. I was like, oh my God. Like I laughed so loud and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then
Yeah.
she started sort of showing me the way. Like she took me to yoga. So I went to yoga the first time with her. And this is way like long time, like 10 years ago. She took me to yoga. She showed me like, oh, this crystal helps with this. Like, and I sort of just, because I loved her and
Yeah.
she's always so positive, I just thought like, you know what? It doesn't hurt to dive into this a little bit. And then the more I did it, the more I realized like I get a lot of positive energy from it. Like
Mhm.
aligning my chakras, doing like guided meditations, collecting crystals, and manifesting after reading Power of
Mhm.
Now.
Yeah.
So I just like, it doesn't hurt
Yeah.
to voice out your desires and what you want, and the
Yeah.
universe is there. Like there's so much energy like in
You can
in the
feel it.
universe,
Mhm.
and you can feel it. And
Yeah.
who are we to say like the only things we know are the things we can study? Like
Yeah.
we've only been here for so short comparing to how long the universe has been around. So
Yeah.
I just think of it like, yeah, like I don't know anything. Like I need to
Yeah.
be accepting all these things because I don't know it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so ever since then, I just sort of embrace it. And now I'm a huge fan. I have a huge crystal case. It has a ton of crystals in it. I charge. So last night and today is full moon in Capricorn, and it's for money.
And
Oh,
I'm a
So
Capricorn.
yeah, we both
yes.
We
are.
both are. We're Capricorns.
Oh my God. I love Capricorns.
Yeah.
I love Capricorns. Like Capricorns are such good operations people.
Yeah.
Like just great business people because like you're task oriented, you're
Yeah.
organized, you're like ambitious. So
Yeah.
this is your powerful moment. Like you have to put water in a cup. It's not too late. Put water in a cup and charge it outside. and like
Okay.
budget and manifest money and then sip
Okay.
it throughout the week.
Okay.
Right. I love it. And we
All
have
right,
our
we're gonna go
we have
charge
our
our
karma
crystals.
staffs on.
Yeah, our crystals on our wrist
Amazing.
right
Yes.
now from Karma Stacks. We're into that stuff for sure.
Oh yeah, and just
Yeah.
positivity too. And
Yeah.
I believe surrounding yourself
Yeah.
with open-minded and being open-minded
Yeah.
ultimately
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
I like,
curious.
yeah, and I really like that you say like you always thought like you have to be a professor, and I'm
Right.
sure that a lot of people are like you have to go and you got to get your PhD and I'm going to be a doctor and come from these kind of families, but it really does like put you in a box. And I've had these conversations like even with friends. They're like, "Well, but if you don't have the PhD or if you don't have the degree for it, then you really can't talk about it." And it's like, okay. It's like, so
And
there's no experience and there's no like other ways
yeah,
to learn things. So it really does
Oprah
like,
doesn't have a PhD.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. And like,
And
pretty much most of our CEOs don't.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a passion within learning about a certain topic, I would say go for it because
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass to like go through school that
Yeah.
long. You really have to like it. But if
Yeah.
you just want to be creative and to execute your dreams, like you
Yeah.
don't need any degree. You
Right.
need
Right.
you need
Yeah.
taking initiative and communication skills and organization and time management and all the things that you learn through doing.
Life.
And
Yeah.
I have a huge appreciation for all my friends that are business owners and entrepreneurs that didn't go to school and just paved their own ways.
Yeah.
I just think it's just so ballsy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I think like I don't want to knock at all like going to school because I think it's amazing, but I just think that you should like you can get to the same goal a lot of different ways, right? Like you can take so
Yeah.
many different paths, and I think that that's important for like a lot of people to just realize that
Mhm.
like if you
Yeah.
have a
I mean,
passion, there's a lot of ways for you to get there.
yeah, I have sex
Yeah.
expert friends that are like intimacy coordinators and do really well in Hollywood. So, like,
Yeah.
in every movie, there is an intimacy coordinator who oversees sex scenes or like erotic scenes.
Oh
And
wow.
that's her job, and she makes a ton of money and is on like all
Yeah.
these like Hollywood movies and go to these parties. Like, she has a great life. And
Yeah.
did not do any schooling, just went through the intimacy coordinator course and just like through networking,
Did it.
getting all these
Yeah.
jobs and hang out with her celebrity friends. And so like
Yeah.
and she's a sex expert, right? Because she's in intimacy
Right.
coordinator field. So like
Yeah.
you can go about in any way and still get there. I mean, my husband, who is a famous oil painter,
Oh.
was a dentist.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and completely changed his life. Just say fuck it, and
Good for him.
I
Yeah.
wanted to
Did what he
paint full
wanted.
time. Yeah, and it just takes a lot of belief in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe in yourself and ambition and learning and being curious, and that's why we love having this podcast is
Yeah.
Yeah,
listening from people like
All
you
different.
coming on. And I want to encourage our listeners out there that if you do have a inkling or a desire, go pursue it, learn about it, listen to a
Yeah.
podcast, pick up a
Yeah.
book.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes,
Because we're all just a bunch of weirdos.
yes, we
Thank
are.
goodness.
We really are. And
Nobody has it figured out. We're all different and just like
when
be
we
you.
embrace it, the world's so much
Yeah.
more fun. Like, I
It's so
remember
much more
trying to
fun.
be serious and wearing my like professor clothes and going to school and trying to like act a certain way and not be myself. That was so hard. It takes so much energy to not be
Right.
yourself.
Right.
It
Exactly.
Yeah,
really
and
does.
now it's just like do whatever, and it's really. I mean, obviously, I'm still trying to be appropriate in like
Yeah.
appropriate places, but still, like 90% of the times, I get to say whatever, do whatever, and oops, sorry about that.
It's okay.
And um, it's very liberating, and I think any CEOs or entrepreneurs would agree with me that um when you can lead as yourself and you're
Yeah.
not leading as someone else, your team follows you. Like, your team
Yeah.
believes in you and believes in your vision and follows you and want to be with you for a long time. Uh
Yeah.
like I have had my team members, my core team members forever. And we will grow together, and I will keep, paying everyone amazing amount of
Forever.
money and
Yeah.
keep promoting everyone, keep taking everyone on nice meals and vacations, because like we have to grow together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Totally makes sense. And like is a lot of your team like into all of the, because like obviously your social media is very sex friendly.
Yeah.
And
So
they're former
You
students.
can say
so
that.
yeah.
They're used to that.
Yeah, exactly. And they all thought it was so funny. So that have they just kind of like, how do they guide you with that, I guess?
A lot of the topics about what I want to talk about comes from me.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I dictate like my content and where it goes and the tone, but
Yeah.
my team helps me with like positioning it, like where should we film it, and then editing it and posting it, and also give me ideas of like what's funny, like what's a good intro to start with, what's a good outro to end with. So
Yeah.
they give me a lot of creativity, but the topics and the content is like my idea.
Zoo.
I
Yeah.
love it, which is you. And
How
that's
it should
why,
be.
And that's
Yeah.
why it works.
Just like what I want to talk about at the time.
Yeah. So we end every episode with popsicle, poopsicle, dreamsicle. So Laura's going to explain.
Okay.
So popsicle is the best thing that's happened to you today or this week. Poopsicle, the worst thing. I know. She's probably like, where are we going with this? What are these sickles and where are they going? Poopsicle is just the worst thing. It's a kid game, but I think it's really funny. But yeah, Poopsicle is the worst thing that's happened to you today or this week, and then your dreamsicle is your biggest dream.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Popsicle. I've gotten like 6 brand deals this week.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Snaps!
For
Yay!
the next one. They're just like incredible.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Wow. Yes.
Thank you so much. That's a huge popsicle.
Yeah.
Poopsicle, literally poopsicle is I'm constipated because I just came back from Thailand.
Traveling.
And
Yeah.
that time zone difference, like jet lag. I can't poop right now. And it's a problem. It's definitely poopsicle.
It is
It's
a
the worst
problem.
part of
It's
my
the
week.
worst ever.
It's so hard. It's like you can't function. Your gut is everything.
Yeah.
And
It is
it's
everything.
really hard to function with constipation.
Yeah.
So, not poopsicle, but lack of poopsicle.
Yeah. You're like, I want a poopsicle.
And I would say the dreamsicle is to become the Oprah of sex.
Yeah. I think you're well on your way.
You're well on your way.
Thank you. I believe it. I believe it. I mean,
believe it
I I started this only, less than 5 years ago.
Right.
And
Which is
I have
incredible.
40, 50 more years to come. So
Oh my gosh.
we'll be there.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
We'll
And
all be there. We'll party.
We'll all we'll all be
Yes,
there
I can't wait.
celebrating you. And so can you please talk about where people can find you, where they can buy your book, where they can listen to your podcast?
She's like everywhere.
Yes. So you can find me on my website. That's at lovebites.co. So www.lovebites.co, lovebites.co. My social media is all at lovebites.co. My podcast is called Love Bites by Dr. Tara, and my book is called How Do You Like It? A Guide for Getting What You Want in Bed. And the pre-sale is open. The link is in the on the website.
Awesome. So everybody go buy the book and listen to Dr. Tara's podcast. You're going to learn so much. And if anything, just have a good laugh and have fun.
I mean, the
She's the
latest
best.
episode is about the guy with the biggest penis in the world. So
Yes, we listened to that.
I listened to that. That's really good. Definitely listen, you guys. It'll literally make your day. It's really entertaining. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. We're honored. All right.
Okay, so I stopped the recording, but we're still on. Thank you so much.